Hey friends, welcome back. I have another book haul for you today. I did not do a book haul for the previous months. This is from January to April, like the very end of April, books that I got in that time period. I didn't do one for the months before that. Life got crazy. I had Christmas and New Year's and family stuff, and so I just didn't do it. And maybe in the future I'll say, here's a blast to the past, books I got for Christmas 2017. That's unlikely because no one's gonna wanna watch that. But I could do it because I skipped it. Anyway, so keep watching to see what I got from January to April. Okay, so I got books from OwlCrate, Book of the Month, and various other places this last few months. So I'm going to start with my OwlCrate books. January's OwlCrate had The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I love Holly Black, so I'll read anything she writes. I've been reading her since middle school, and that's not going to change. This was a great book. You should definitely read it. I was swooning by the end. The February OwlCrate had The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This is also a really great book. It's the kind of book that if you are into things like Alice in Wonderland or Narnia, you're gonna like something like this, okay? Because it's got that kind of like mysterious, like there's this other world with different rules and different types of magic. Like that's the kind of book this is. It was so fun. Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. I don't know how to say her name. This was in the OwlCrate for March. This was a really fun book to read because I like space, I'm super nerdy about it, and it's like an Anastasia retelling, and it was so fun. I can't wait for the sequel to this one. I want it to be out tomorrow. That's actually kind of how I feel about all of the OwlCrate books that have come this year. I just kind of want the sequels to be here immediately. So my February choice, I skipped January for Book of the Month, but my February choice was Still Me by Jojo Moyes. I really love all of the Louisa Clark books. Even though I didn't love the second one as much as I love the first one, this one kind of redeemed the series for me, and it just has a special place in my heart. I really love these books, so this was a fun one. The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. This was a book that I actually just added to one of my Book of the Month boxes. I think it came with Still Me. But it was the 2017 Book of the Year from the readers voting for Book of the Month. I kind of got this because the cover was so pretty and because it got voted Book of the Year. I started this one, didn't like it when I started it, and then about like halfway through, I was like, this book is incredible. So I really liked it at that point. In March, I got The Last Equation of Isaac Severy by Nova Jacobs. This is a really fun book. It's a mystery. I don't always pick up mysteries, but this one was really fun, and I liked it because it had this philosophical, mathematical slant to it that just made it a lot deeper than I would have imagined a typical mystery to be. So this is a really interesting book. The book that I got for April that I have not read yet is Circe by Madeline Miller. This was a really easy choice for me to make because I like witches. I like anything about witches. I like anything about magic. So I saw this book and I was like, done. I don't even need to know the descriptions of the other books. I already know which one I'm choosing. This is a set of books that I inherited this last couple of months. I inherited it in February. The Little House on the Prairie First 5 Book Collection by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I read these books when I was little. These were my mom's books. I love these books dearly. They kind of introduced me to the world of pioneers and prairies and Laura Ingalls Wilder and just how hard their lives were, but how positive and happy they all were. I just love these books. If you have a young person in your life who isn't sure about reading, they might enjoy these books because they're really easy reads and they're really interesting despite being written quite a while ago. There's a lot that happens in their lives. I mean, some of it's fake, but that's okay. This was a present from my sister-in-law. It's The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle, which I haven't read yet, but it's a classic, right? So I'm gonna read it at some point, and I've heard really good things about it. She also got me this book called Firebringer by David Clement Davies. I don't really know much about it. I just know it's her favorite fantasy book, and it just kind of changed her life, so I'm excited. One of my favorite things to get as a present is a book that somebody really, really loved. If it's their favorite book, even better. It tells me so much more about the person than I could ever know just by hearing about the book. Once I've read it, I understand them on a deeper level, and that is really special to me. I also got another present in January for Christmas, technically, from my friend Catherine. Hi, Catherine. It's called Blue Lily Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater. You probably can tell that from the cover. It's one of the Raven Boys books. I love this series. I just don't have all the books yet, so I was really excited that she gave this to me because we both love Maggie Stiefvater. Okay, and finally, as you can see all these little tabs, I've already read it. Court of Frost and Starlight. I guess you would know that I've already read it if you saw my review, but if you haven't, you should watch it. Anyway, so this was the latest in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. I love this book. I love this series. It changed my world. It darkened my soul and also lightened my life. It's just perfect. Anyway, okay, so those are all the books that I bought from January to May 1st, because A Court of Frost and Starlight I got on May 1st rather than in April, but I'm counting it because I love it so much. If you take a look at the links in my bio, I have links so that you can get your own Owl Crate subscription, you can get your own Book of the Month subscription, and you can find links to buy all of the books featured in this video. I also have posted a link to my blog where I rank all of my April reads. Some of these books are going to be in that ranking, not all of them, because some of these I read before that and some of these I have not read yet. However, you'll be able to see some of them in there, so take a look at that. Let me know what you think of my rankings in the bio or in the comments if you've read them, okay? Also, please like and subscribe and comment what you thought of these books if you've read them, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.